Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestylez. And of course, we've got another great show.
And it's still springtime. We're coming off of Derby. Everything is still hyped up. The days are getting even longer, and it's wonderful.
Yeah. And some of the things we're going to be talking about today is an interview that you did with LG&E and AARP.
Very good content of information, so please stay tuned and watch this.
And I also had an opportunity to catch up with a first-time pageant with Sigma Gamma Rho, and we've also got a tribute back in our archives with David Sanborn. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Hard to make your life a little easier, because we know you've got your hands full. Our new mobile app gives you the power to check your account balance, review your payment history, and effortlessly pay your bill from anywhere, while making it easier than ever to report and track power outages. Download the app today to get the convenience of LG&E and KU at your fingertips.
You know, I'm always happy to report on things that the Divine Nine is doing, and this is no exception because Sigma Gamma Rho put on their very first scholarship banquet. So take a look at this. It is so important in the African American community to award greatness, and we're here with Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, the Phi Sigma alumni chapter for their Inspire Higher Scholarship Affair, and that's a mouthful, first of all. And Ramaya, first of all, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you so much for having us and for covering this event. We're really excited.
All right, so tell us about the event and what was the inspiration of getting it started?
Well, our organization was founded on 3 basic principles, and one of those principles is scholarship. So it's really important for us to make sure that we are continuing with what our founders basically started our organization off of, with the idea of scholarship. So we're really excited to be able to do this for the community and for these young ladies that are furthering their education.
Now, how did the students get selected for the scholarship?
We actually had a scholarship process. There was an application that they had to fill out. There was a small essay that they also had to complete. We had some amazing applicants, so it was really, really hard for our committee to choose, but we're really, really proud of the ladies that we chose today to award.
And you are going to award 4 young ladies, correct?
Correct. There are 4 scholarships given out today.
Now, are there any stipulations? Do they have to go in-state? Can they go any place?
Well, the only stipulation really is that they have to be residents of Kentucky or Southern Indiana. They can go to any college that they prefer to go to.
And something else as it relates to this event, you also are having a fashion show.
Yes, we are. We partnered with Dillard's, and so today we have some sorority sisters, some of their spouses or their partners, and some of the kids of some of our sorors that are going to be participating today. It's going to be really cute.
You are a part of the Divine Nine, and a lot of people out there don't understand the significance of the Divine Nine. So can you share that?
Yes, the Divine Nine are the 9 historically black fraternities and sororities. We were actually the only sorority that was founded at Butler University, which is actually in Indianapolis, Indiana. The other sororities are founded at Howard University. But the significance of our organization in particular was that our organization, with our 7 founders, they were all school teachers. And in Indiana around that time, the Ku Klux Klan was very rampant. And so they found it very, very important to band together to make sure that they were able to receive the education and the support that they needed during those times.
And you know, from your sorority perspective and just being an African American female, what is one thing that you want to pass on and share with these young ladies?
I want them to know that they're not alone. I want them to know that they have support. I want them to understand that with every journey, sometimes there are bumps in the road. There are highs and there are lows in any journey, but having them understand that what they're doing is significant, that it's important, and that they're just not alone out here in this world.
And if people want to find out more about your organization, this event, how can they find that information?
They can always follow us. We do have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, and we also have our website. Our Facebook and our Instagram are both under Pi Sigma chapter, Sigma Gamma Rho, and our website is pisigmasgro.org.
Well, we're still here at Sigma Gamma Rho Inspire Higher, and I'm here with one of the lucky recipients, and I should say one of the very well qualified who did so excellent on her essay, Miss Anya Basemore. So welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you.
So tell us, what does it mean to be a winner?
To me it means a lot. It shows like how far I've come over like my high school journey over the past 4 years, and it's just given me an opportunity to be really proud of myself.
And tell us a little bit about some of the things that you wrote in your essay.
I wrote a little bit about how I want to become an educator soon because I plan to major in elementary education at the University of Louisville. And the main reason why I decided to become an educator is because of my dad and my grandmother.
I mean, there are a lot of distractions for young people today, and I know there are distractions with every generation, but it just seems like you all have so many different things pulling you all in so many different ways. How do you manage to stay focused?
I would say the people that I associate myself with, like my friends and stuff, we're all, of course, we love to like have fun once in a while. We're also focused on like how we want to better ourselves in the future.
You know, that was a great opportunity for them to just really reward some of the kids out in the community. And, you know, of course, one of the recipients who we had an opportunity to talk to is our own photographer's daughter, Anya, and she is doing some great things.
I can't believe that she's that old.
No.
And she's college bound. I just remember when she was just a little girl.
Right, so that means you're still aging. You know what? I think we'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Getting from one place to another. It's healthy, social, good for the environment, and anyone can do it. We at Middletown love cycling and really love helping others discover a new passion. Stop in today and let our friendly, knowledgeable staff help you get started. We cater to beginners as well as experienced cyclists. We're a local business that cares about our community because we are a part of the community. Come in today and get on a bicycle that fits your needs and improve your...
It's gonna be the morning ride. Get the keys, let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Ville's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning.
96.5.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show is the best that there is. Period.
Yeah! Don't you make me...
Oh, I can work it around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your #1 station for R&B, Magic 101.3.
So Denise, tell us what's going on with LG&E.
Well, with LG&E, we have the warm months coming, and we're glad about it, but sometimes your bill from the air conditioning and things could make you feel a little uneasy, so let's just watch about all these good tips. So it's that time again because energy matters. We have a real good informative segment today with LG&E, and I want to introduce you to Mr. Drew Gardner. And Drew, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you so much. I'm a senior communications specialist and spokesperson here at LG&E, and we always love talking about energy efficiency.
And I'm glad to hear it because you just went over some of what we're going to cover, and because the weather is getting warm, and now it's time to start cranking up the air conditioning, but it feels good until sometimes I get the bill and maybe I overcranked because my heart feels like it wants to crank. But you're going to tell us about some great things we need to know because the weather's getting warm. So let's take it away.
Yeah, we know energy usage and weather are two major factors that impact a customer's bill. So it's been nice and comfortable in these spring months, but we know the thermometer is going to be going up. So that means your HVAC is going to be running harder in order to keep your homes cool. So there's a lot of things that customers can do right now to sort of prepare for that. One of the things you can do is go and look around for those little leaks and gaps in your windows and doors and seal those up. That's going to keep the warm air out and the cool air in. Another thing is when you start to have those really hot days, you want to start thinking about ways to reduce your energy. So thinking about how you're cooking your meals. Maybe throw something on the grill on those hot days or use the slow cooker, because when you kick on that oven, not only does it use more energy, but also it's going to warm up your home and your AC is then going to work harder. So we have a bunch of tips like these at lge-ku.com under energy efficiency tips. And there's little short videos, less than a minute, with tutorials on different things like this that you can do at home, and all these are very affordable.
I'm glad to know about that because sometimes I can't remember everything, and just for you to remind everybody to go online and get the tutorials off the videos, which is great. But when I think about cranking up the thermometer, cranking up my AC and the thermometer, I think about sometimes the device itself. What are some of the things you mentioned about any energy efficiency and some of the apparatuses, I say, with devices?
Yeah, so we are excited to roll out our largest portfolio of energy efficiency programs in our company's history. So there's several programs. Now there's one program that will actually pay you to save. It's called Bring Your Own Thermostat. Now this is one that requires having a smart Wi-Fi connected thermostat. And basically by signing up, you allow us to make small, short, brief adjustments to your thermostat during those high energy demand times. And just for signing up, we will pay you $50, and then you get other rewards at the end of each program season. And so we have a lot of different programs that are not only for homeowners, we are talking about renters and landlords as well. So you can go to lge-ku.com/save. We all love to save, right?
Exactly. I'm just really excited because these are a lot of great things that we could do something about, and it'll be left up to us that will help when the bill comes, and still we feel pretty good in the process. Is there anything else we need to know?
Well, we understand that managing energy usage can be difficult, especially when we have these extreme temperatures. So we want customers to know that we are here to help them and work out, an arrangement with them. And that's something that we have is a payment arrangement that we can set up for customers if they feel like they're not going to be able to make that bill or they're going to have difficulty paying. The important thing is that you contact us right away. Do not wait until your service is disconnected. So if you think maybe down the road there's going to be some issues, give us a call. And also we can connect you with some of the many assistance programs that are available here in the city. There's the low income home subsidy program known as LIHEAP. They have their spring cooling. They're taking applications through the end of the month. We have all of these organizations that help out on our website. LG&E does not control who gets the funding, but we put all of the organizations in one convenient location on our website so that customers can connect with the help that is out there.
Oh, Drew, thank you so much. This has been great to know. Energy matters. LG&E is here to serve us and also to help serve us in a full capacity, user-friendly for the community. So Drew, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to every month getting the tips, what we need to know, because energy matters.
It does, and we're updating all of our tips and things all the time. So we're always eager to share how we can help our customers.
As always, full of great tips, and it's information that I think a lot of times we know, we're aware of it, but sometimes we're kind of slow to following through.
And go to the LG&E, the site on website, because that's where there's a plethora of information out there for a lot of questions that you need answers to.
All right, we'll take another break and back with more.
It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works here.
Or smile.
Well done, this looks great.
Time to share a story.
A great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
And count up. Good job.
Then let it all out. It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/.
Well, Denise, I know it's a time when everybody's thinking about voting, and tell us what's happening with AARP.
Well, AARP Kentucky has a lot of great information. You want to stay tuned because this upcoming election around in May is important, and there's also something about scams you need to know. So let's just take a look. So it's time for another phenomenal segment because it's time for AARP Kentucky. Here again is Mr. Scott Wagner. Scott, welcome back again.
Denise, great to be with you here at the Paris Town Hall. A lot coming up in the next couple of days around elections.
So we know elections are so very important, and especially for all, but for us of the AARP population. Let's talk about it.
All right, so the 50-plus voter, they come out every election, and especially women. So one of the things that AARP has done for decades is we have sought to bring all the information that voters need into one place so that you can go find out how to vote, when to vote, where to vote. So in Kentucky, some things have changed. So we now have 6 days of early voting. Correct. So beginning May 16, you can go vote at sites like Paris Town Hall, and you can get all that information, the where, the when, the how, at our website at aarp.org/KY-votes. So it's important because there are significant economic issues on the table right now. Everything from families that are caring for loved ones, family caregiving, Social Security, solvency. as an important issue as the boomers begin to reach retirement. We need to know that Congress is listening to the voices of the 50 plus. And one of the things we need to do at AARP is make sure that people know how to vote, where to vote, when to vote. So that's why we put this all together. And AARP does not endorse parties or politics or PACs. But what we do is we make a lot of effort to make sure that voters 50 plus can make their vote heard on election day. Yeah, so what you need to know is everything that you need to vote. What type of ID, what location. Polls are open 6 to 6 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m. on May 21. So you can get out early or come in before the end of the day and get your vote in. So we are excited about this because the 50 plus voter, our AARP members, they turn out every election and they will decide a lot of the elections coming up in May in the primary and then later in the year in November. And we'll be back talking about the November elections coming up later in the year.
Okay, so we're starting out the importance of getting out for May. I like the fact that AARP Kentucky has this crucial information on the website, because you don't know how many times I run into people and go, now what are all the issues? And some people say, well, I don't know and I'm not going to vote. But knowing that you all have it on the website where we can sort it out is great.
Right, and it's on our social media too, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find it all there. One of the big issues is, for a lot of folks, how do I get to the poll? So if you need a ride to the poll, you can most likely ride TARC that day for free, Transit Authority of River City. So TARC typically allows for that, and you talk to your church friends, talk to your family. If you need a ride to the polls, ask around.
All right, that's great to know. I feel armed and I'm ready to cast my vote, which is so important, and make sure we get out and turn out. Another thing that I think about, and it's been quite a bit on the news, is about the AARP population a lot, and that's about scams. Yeah. Tell me how AARP Kentuckian, what's going on to help us with that?
Americans and folks in Kentucky lose billions of dollars every year to fraud and scams. And the best way to fight back is to know how to spot a scam. So if you can spot a scam, you can stop the scam. And so coming up June 5th, AARP Kentucky is bringing back the Scam Jam. So it's going to be at the Jeffersonian out in J-Town. And we have a great lineup of speakers from the Better Business Bureau, the Office of the Attorney General, the U.S. Postal Inspector, the FBI, local law enforcement, and there's a free lunch with your registration. You can register online. Find us at aarp.org/KY, or just go to aarp.org/local, and that'll pull up all of our events going on across the state. But this Scam Jam, there'll be door prizes, it'll be fun, it's a big crowd, and we're excited to bring it back June 5th here in Louisville. The Scam Jam is a free community event. All you have to do is register in advance, and your lunch will be completed with your registration. So bring a friend, come out, learn about the latest scams, because they change constantly. Whether it's on your phone or on your computer, the scammers never quit. 24/7, and it's a billion-dollar industry that separates people from their money and their good credit very quickly.
As always, it's great catching up with Scott, and that's some great information. And make sure that you get out there and vote. And you know, the scammers, they just won't go away.
No, they won't. So you want to make sure you get to the Summer Scam Jam, and also just go to AARP Kentucky. Go to that website. There's where all your information, and again, all the answers.
We'll take another break and back with more.
It's gonna be the morning ride. Get the keys, let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Ville's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning.
96.5.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show is the best that there is. Period.
Yeah! Don't you make me...
Oh, I can work it around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your #1 station for R&B, Magic 101.3.
Well, you know, this is becoming my favorite segment each week, and we're back with Tyler and My Swaggy Wag.
Hello. It's Tyler here again with another edition of My Swaggy Wag, and I am talking about all things Amazon and specifically some summer finds. This haul is all about the pinks and the blues with a little bit of green, but I found on Amazon some quality pieces. I mean, they match the photo that is advertised. There's no taking in. There's no alterations that need to happen. Exactly as advertised is how it came in the mail, and I love it. So whether you are going on vacation, whether you are running errands, whether you are doing something stateside or going out on the town, Amazon and these pieces have you on lock. Follow my Like to Know page. Go on My Swaggy Wag when you go on Like to Know, and you can find every piece that I posted today. So easy. It takes the work out of shopping for you. Under My Swaggy Wag, there's my post under recent IG posts. You scroll down. If you see something you like, you just click it. Once you click it, if you scroll to the bottom of that, you'll see every piece I posted. And what I love about the Like to Know app is it'll tell you if something is on sale, if it has had a price drop. It actually just directs you exactly where to go to get it. So that blue dress that I wore, you want it, click it, you got it. It's right on Amazon. Happy shopping.
You know, she's always giving us some information. She makes me laugh because if you don't catch her on the show, if you go to her website, she's always posting something that's fun, crazy, and also informative.
Yeah, I was just looking at an interview with Shirley Ralph, and she was talking about how her daughter helps her with her image and makeup and so forth. But she said something that caught my ears. Maybe moms do know best, but it seems like daughters or younger generations know even better to help us. So let's stay tuned.
We will do. And we had an opportunity back in 2018 to interview David Sanborn when he was in town. And just take a look at this piece. Well, we're here with one of the legends in smooth.
See what happens when you live long enough?
Let's see, one of the legends. He's interrupting my intro, but I'm here with David Sanborn.
Secret to being a legend, don't die.
That is the key. He put on a fantastic show here tonight at the Bourbon Hall here in Louisville, Kentucky. I've been following him since my college days, which dates me back to the early 70s. And you've been in the music industry for an extremely long time, and you continue to do what you do very, very well. How do you explain your success, and how do you keep it going?
Fear and anger.
Okay.
I don't know. I just love doing this. And I mean, I had a passion for music from the time I was a little kid. And I said, if I never ever make a living doing this, I'm just happy to be around it. And I've just been really lucky that I've, fallen into great situations, played with some great musicians. And I wake up every morning surprised, that I can actually go out and make a living doing something I love to do. And I have no explanation for it. I don't want to question it. I just
appreciate it.
Yeah, I just appreciate it. Yes, I do.
Of course, I had to Google you before I came to see you tonight. And reading your bio, it says you don't really classify yourself as a smooth jazz artist. But where do you put your style of music?
I always had a problem with those kind of categories. I grew up in St. Louis, and the kind of people I grew up with, we played R&B music, we played jazz, we played circus music, we did all kinds of music, and there was never any judgment about what style of music is better than another. It was just all great music, and we enjoyed it all. So, when I started becoming exposed to people that, made judgments based on some, to me, just subjective and arbitrary analysis, I never really understood it. So, I'll let other people decide what it is that I do. They can call me whatever they want, and they do.
Right. And you're just happy with the music.
I'm happy to be playing. I'm happy to be breathing. And it sounds like sounds like a joke, but it's really not. I'm happy. I wake up every morning with a smile on my face.
Well, that's great, and a lot of people can't make that same testimony. But when you look at what you're doing and the new artists that are out there today, what are some of the advice that you have for the up and coming artists? And who are some of the people that you're looking for?
Love what you do, because there's going to be ups and downs, and it's going to be tough times, but if you have a passion for the music, that's going to sustain you. And that's really, this is not a business to go into if you're thinking you're going to make a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's no guarantees, and especially now that with the demise of the old model of the record business, it's very hard to. I don't have any kind of sense of what the landscape is out there, to make a living, because I grew up in a very different time.
Right.
So I'm just kind of thinking in an old school way about stuff, and that's no longer the case. I see people being very entrepreneurial about what they do and going on the internet and, being their own promoter, and I think that's the way to do it. It seems like the only way at this point, but remember why you're doing it.
And last question. You've done everything. You've won Grammys, you've done music scores, you've done it all. Is there anything left?
I'd like to run the New York Marathon.
Okay, well,
it's unlikely.
Okay.
But I'd like to.
That's all right. You got to have goals, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, thanks for spending some time with us. And when can we expect you back in Louisville?
I'd love to come back. This is a great venue. Okay. I'd love to come back. I love the city.
All right. Well, I am really glad to have an opportunity to formally meet you, because you got me through my college days.
I'm happy to help.
And I still have what they call albums. So.
Yeah, I have a few of those myself.
That was a very special interview, because David Sanborn is someone that I have just loved for a long time, and he was so personable. And even back then, he was wearing a back brace. He was having some health issues, but he was just the consummate professional. Going through, nothing was going to hold him back from giving a great show for his audience.
Yeah, his death still seems untimely, even with his medical diagnosis. And just to think, he had just stopped counseling just a week prior to this death, and he has bookings even all up into 2025. But great musician, great person, and so sorry of his loss.
No, he will definitely be missed. Well, that's our show.
Oh, that's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles. And remember to vote and take the shot. Bye-bye.
Bye.